Hi, I wanted to come to you from the plant room because things look kind of crappy outside still. I think it was like maybe 38 last night out, so I'm kind of afraid to go look at the watermelon. I think the butternut squash and pumpkins that I still have working on ripening are probably okay, but I don't know about those watermelons. It's been a rough year for them. Um, so One of the major reasons that I didn't participate in the NASC auction this year, my back kind of hurts, so I'm going to crouch down here, is because I've been fighting bugs all year long. I know that the plants that were outdoors in San Diego probably had some sort of like either mites or something like that being outside, right? But all the natural predators were probably keeping it down. And before I would ship things out, I would always spray them down there. But it all kind of exploded here because the ants were farming the scale and who knows what else in here earlier in the year before I completely destroyed them with the diatomaceous earth. So I still had the scale to deal with in here. And then I started noticing thrips a couple months ago, and then I had ordered some new orchids while I was still close to the shop that I ordered from in San Diego. Well, I ordered when I was in San Diego. They're elsewhere in California. So because I was still kind of close to them, I figured I'd order there and move with the new orchids that I had ordered. I think I got them like last October or something like that. By a shop who shall not be named, but I'm pretty sure you all know who it is. So they gave me mealies. So those are all on my orchids. I brought them over here in a separate container from all the carnivorous plants because I've had that outbreak before. I know when I'm ordering from them, yeah, they have a good selection and yeah, the prices are ridiculously good, but you're ordering I don't know if they have whatever like orchid disease that people who are way into the hobby have or what, but I definitely know that they send mealies around. So I've been spraying things down with Bayer Bio Advanced. I think it's supposed to be for like citrus or something. Because I've used the Bayer Rose insecticide before. What else? Spinosad soap. I've been using that too. I don't even know if I pulled out the name this year because it smells kind of bad and it isn't systemic, and the breakout of bugs is so bad. I was like, I can't use neem. It needs to be a systemic. This is so bad. So the Bayer still hadn't cleared everything out. The mealies kept coming back because mealies are the worst. They aren't the nasty little pink mealies that you get from you know who. But I mean, still regular white mealies are bad. So I got some orthene stuff that I saw people writing about online that was safe for the carnivorous plants. So I mixed it up and I poured it on a sacrificial plant in here, even though I don't think any of my plants are sacrificial at this point because I love them all. But I poured it on one that I gave away a bunch of to a friend so that I could ask for a piece again and hope that I could get a piece back if it came to it. Sorry, I'm just noticing the border in here around the door and I was like, wait, did they screw that up in here too? I think they just made it funny. So I picked the Ventrinermis and it didn't die after about 36 hours of the orthene sitting in it. So I watered all the rest of the plants in here with it yesterday, so hopefully they don't all die. The Ventrinermis still looks okay. I watered all the orchids with it too. So I watered them with it, what day is it? Sunday? So I watered them, I'm gonna sit down here. I watered them with it Friday. I don't know if it was, I think it was early afternoon. So I watered them with it early Friday afternoon, and then I noticed that some of the mealies were on the trays too, and I was like, man. So I let the trays sit outside with dishwashing soap and water in them. And I let the orchids kind of dry out outside too, because I think it was maybe in the 40s or 50s overnight, which is still okay for my mostly Phalaenopsis collection. Because that's what it would get down to in San Diego, you know. But then I noticed that it was saying it was supposed to get down to like 35 or 38 last night, so I quickly went out and scrubbed out those trays as best as I could, and then got the orchids in last night. I saw one of those, what is it called? Like harlequin bug or something? It's got all sorts of colors on it. I saw it attacking all of my brassicas earlier. I saw one of those on one of my bromeliads, and I freaked out, and I tried to check everything else for them. Hopefully I didn't bring any others in, but what I did notice this morning was a nice, one of those yellow shiny garden spiders had moved in, so I had to take him out and chase him off, or her. I left the sugar apple and cinnamon outside, but propped up right next to the house, so hopefully it was soaking in enough heat. I don't think there was frost last night. I don't think it actually hit freezing, because I would have noticed it on the grass that was in the shade of the house this morning when I got up. I did sleep in because I'm ridiculously tired after a good long season of growing stuff, right? Every single day I'm exhausted. But when I did get up at like 7:30 or 8, the part of the grass that was in the shade of the house didn't have nice white frost heaves on it, so it was okay. I don't know if the peppers made it or not. I don't want to walk all the way out to the garden because, like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm glad I pulled those fruit trees over. I left the mango that the graft of it didn't really take out there. Maybe I'll just like take my little saw and saw off the part of the tree that's sticking out of the pot, and use the pot for something else next year. I don't even know, but I left it out there because it's not worth saving. Best case scenario, there is no best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I bring in some extra bugs in the pot with me, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna have to make room in here for that cinnamon and sugar apple again. The sleep sapote never made it outside. I just don't know how to make that plant happy, but it seemed to not die here, so I just left it here. What else? I'm finally I kept poking at that well service company for, hey, when can you move the water pressure tank and stuff that's in my cellar so that I can paint the walls, because it's getting cold and I need the paint to be able to dry, so I need the temperature in there to be okay. When are you going to come move this stuff? Can you give me an estimate? So I'm finally at the point of asking them, hey, when are you scheduling to come? Because, you know, it's been like 3 months and things take 3 times as long as I want them to here. The roofing company sent off an email that said, yeah, the high-powered winds is what I think dislodged the part of the roof from the side of the house and let the water in. So, hopefully insurance will finally get on it and pay for fixing my roof, because I'm sick of having a tarp up, especially if it starts hitting below freezing. I don't know what the adhesive on the tape that they use to stick the tarp to the side of the house is gonna do, but my guess is it doesn't like being frozen. Even though it'll get residual heat from the house, but you know, if it's like windy and suddenly there's an icy wind on it. So hopefully in the next week or two that'll happen, and then I think I'll be getting my scythe in the next month, which is exciting. But I don't know how much motivation I have to actually go outside and do anything with the grass at this point, because I'm so exhausted from everything. What other updates do I have? Oh shoot, I forgot to mist the tillies in here when I watered this morning, so I'll go through and do that after this. I cut off the hamada because it was just completely wilted and dying. I have another hamada that I also chopped off because the tip of it was infested with scale too. So luckily that one has a couple growth points on it, so it should grow back. The Hemigwitenensis still looks like a dead stick. A lot of the seedlings, I don't really know how to get them past the point of being a teeny tiny little seedling. hopefully they survive. If not, hopefully I figure it out. That might be it. We're up to 10 minutes anyway, so I'll leave it at that, and I'll go mist the tillies and maybe filter some more water. Okay, till next time.